G'day, guys. Here for our next episode of BackChat. Got a great guest on this week, Burgess. He's a Socceroo. He's a West Australian. Moved here as an 11-year-old, originally born in Scotland. So we got great access for this one, straight into their camp in Thailand, which they're preparing for a game over there. They might have, so who they're playing, Lebanon or the other side in their division. But we went straight inside the camp for this one. He's just come off the golf course. Cam, his football journey, soccer football, who knows what we want to call it, is pretty incredible. He's picked up as a young kid into the Fulham Youth Academy. We speak about that. We've just done the chat, so I'm giving you a bit of a pre-context to what we're going to talk about. And then we go through his career, which is just like, it looks like a brutal journey for mine. Like, he plays and gets loaned out from Fulham for 6, 7, 8 years, not really playing all that many games for a long period of time, and then finds his way at home at Ipswich Town, who they've just gone on an incredible run the last 2 years, and he's been a huge part of it. He's a centre-back, a backman, of course, BackChat. I mean, what else would we have here on this channel? But small town, they were in 2 divisions below the Premier League 2 years ago, so they won League One. They were second in League One, then they were second in the Championship this year, and they've just been promoted to the Premier League, which is just incredible. Like, it's what you exist for as a football player in the UK. So he's been on that journey. We go through all of that in the chat coming up. The Socceroos are playing Palestine on Tuesday, the 11th of June at HBF Park here in Perth. And if you want your chance to win some tickets, we're very, very happy to say we've got some tickets to give away to this one. You're going to jump onto backchatstudios.com.au and enter your details in the form there. Got a fair few to give away. So if you want to jump online and enter for your chance to head along there, I'm going to be there. All of the BackChat crew will be there. I reckon West Coast players will be down there. Freo players will be down there. All to watch the Socceroos, who haven't been in Perth since 2016. So it's a great opportunity to get down and watch them in a World Cup qualifier against Palestine here in Perth. Really great chat with Cam coming up. It's about 40 minutes in length, so a little bit shorter than the usual ones we do, but he gives some great insight into what it's like to be a part of a Premier League team, obviously just off the promotion for Ipswich Town, and talks about his journey like we do with all our other guests. I know you're going to enjoy it. I hope you do, and thanks for tuning in.
Fans were just going mental for like days on end, basically. It was just built on vibes. It was the best.
Yeah. That's almost your greatest sporting achievement, picking back-to-back winners. I tell you what.
Hey, don't knock that tennis win. You don't get enough praise, the guys at the back.
Well, listen to this, Cam. Listen to this, right?
The town was crazy, honestly. I didn't know there was that many people in Ipswich, to be honest. It was like you could not see ground for bodies.
I can assume you would have celebrated with the boys. What's the last few weeks been like? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of BackChat. We're joined by Socceroo this week. Burgess joins us from Thailand, I believe. He's just come off. He's just absolutely slayed him out on the golf course, and he's made a bit of time in their camp for us. And I've asked him how he's hit him, and he said bloody brilliantly. Cam, great to meet you, mate, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Good to be on.
Brilliant. So you did hit him well?
For me, yeah. For me, obviously, there's a few bad holes in there, but for me, I don't get a chance to play a lot. And obviously, first instruction was when we got here was to sort of get acclimatized to the weather and stuff like that. We were staying on a golf course. We managed to get a chance to hit a couple of holes while we're sort of getting used to this hot weather out here.
Yeah, brilliant. So, BackChat powered by Paywise in season 2024. BackChat, we put a highlight on backman in the game of AFL, Cam. So, a big... over here in the West. I know that's not your game, all right, the world game, football. I'm going to call it soccer probably during the chat, but we look after the back. So as soon as I was chatting to you, right, big burly backman, I was very excited. I know you can play soccer and football. Let's call it football. The first question we ask every guest here on BackChat is not about your game that you play right now. I want to know your greatest sporting achievement, not on the football pitch. I know you've been playing football since a young lad, but I want to know your greatest sporting achievement, not in soccer or football land? And you just told me you play golf. Maybe you've hit a hole in one. We've had high jumpers and pole vaulters and poker players. Have you got something for me? Your greatest sporting achievement?
Greatest sporting achievement. I reckon I'll go with I beat my cousin
Yes.
in the tennis championship back in, God knows how old I was, probably 13 or something then. That's the only award I've got that's not a football award.
That's brilliant.
That. And he was like, the thing that burned me was they ranked me number 2 and him number 1. So obviously met him in the final, and the rest is history. So I'm the tennis champ family.
And you've never forgotten it. You haven't forgotten that you were ranked lower.
I've still got the award. The award's at my mum and dad's house somewhere. They're probably throwing it out now. Now that I've moved out, but I still had the award at some point. So never lived that one down.
So, like I said, mate, we're from a bit of a different sport, but chat to people from all sorts of sports. It's been really interesting researching for this one and looking at your journey. To start, let's take it back to the start. You were born in Scotland. Your dad and granddad played soccer for Scotland. You grew up in Aberdeen. What was life like growing up for you, mate?
Cold. No, it was good. It was good. Like, football was the be all and end all, for kids growing up in the UK and Scotland in general. It's the number one sport, but none. It's miles in front of everything else. So obviously there's still, you have rugby. The Scotland team's pretty good at, but by the standards over in the UK anyway. And then there's not much else apart from that, to be honest. So it's kind of football and nothing. Especially where I was from. So, just stuck into that from early age, just playing as much as I possibly could and just playing with my friends in the streets. And that was kind of life growing up, really.
Good. What was the move like to Australia? You moved here as an 11-year-old. What was that move like? What are your reflections on that? You moved here to Western Australia. You're a local.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I loved it, honestly. From day one, it feels like a holiday as soon as you move there. Until you obviously go into school. I think I had maybe 3-4 weeks or something before we sort of settled on a place we were going to stay, what school I was going to go to and stuff like that.
Yes.
But those first sort of 3-4 weeks, it was it was good fun. Just felt like I was on holiday, really. I think it was about October time, so the weather was perfect. Never looked back. It was the perfect place to grow up. Loved every minute of it. Met my best friend in WA on my first day at school, and it's dream come true. A really good move for me and my family, really.
Brilliant. Can I ask, do you have an AFL team? I mean, you grew up in Western Australia from 11 years old.
Yes.
Do you have an AFL side, West Coast?
I'm not going to like this, but I basically, my first year at school would have been, I think it was year 6, and we got asked, right, you got to pick a WAFL team and an AFL team to win for that season.
Yes.
Win about, get some Mars bar or something like that. I can't remember who my WFL team was. It might have been Subiaco, I think.
Yes.
It might have been Subiaco. Pretty certain it was. And they won. You probably could be telling me wrong, but I'm pretty sure they won that year.
Yes.
And then I went without knowing anything, I went for Geelong and they won.
Wow.
And I just picked a random team off the list, and so I won the class Mars bar. I think you should have got more than a Mars bar, for picking 2 winners. But that kind of stuck. It was just that was basically my team. You get the chance to. It's on TV back in the UK now and again. You have to get up early to watch it, but it's on TV back in the UK. So get a chance to watch a few games now and again.
That's brilliant. That's almost your greatest sporting achievement, picking back-to-back winners. I tell you what.
There you go. Hey, don't knock that tennis win. That was tough.
That's brilliant, mate. I love it. So, I mean, your journey in football though has been going on since about when you moved to Australia. Were you part of the Fulham Academy around then? Are you getting picked up that early? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the kids, sort of my age group, they were with my direct age group. There was only 1 out of maybe 9 of us that were actually local. All the boys were from all over the place. A few from Ireland, where the Slovakian lad. There was boys from Israel, all over the place. America as well. So it was good. Like they were kind of, some of them were sort of integrated maybe a couple of years previous, and then I came in. I think I was right around 16 or give or take, that sort of age. Yeah, and like just straight into the mix, like straight in full time. Let's go. Mum made me still finish off my school, so I was doing my school on the side.
Thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mum.
So yeah, thanks, Mum. Yeah. So nah, so but it was good. Like you just with guys who weren't from there, so you were always like they didn't just go home. You with them like till like late, you know what I mean, late in the evening, sort of hanging out, going doing different stuff, and because no one was from there, so we had like time to burn, go and enjoy ourselves, and yeah, it was the best time of our lives, really. To be fair, we had a good team, and yeah, just enjoyed it.
Yeah, so like, how do you like? I don't understand how that works. Really, it's a different world to mine. Like, I played professional AFL over here, and we get picked up as an 18-year-old, and people say that's too early.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like in soccer/football, it's a lot earlier, and you get scouted, and you get like there must be talent scouts everywhere if you're getting picked up that young.
Yeah. Oh, in the UK, it's ridiculous. Really, like kids get picked up. Like there'll be, I think maybe under 10s would be the first age group you'll sort of like. You sign like a 1-year thing where you signed up for the team and it's all this like, it's meant to be this big thing. It's not like that. It's like it's just a normal, you sign forms basically.
Yes.
But when you hit like 16's like, it's like going to like an apprenticeship, you know, like a TAFE or
Yes.
I don't know, like getting like, say you're going to be like, when that age group where you can sort of leave school to go and do an apprenticeship,
yeah.
You're doing an apprenticeship as a footballer or soccer. That's basically what it is.
Right.
And then you have to do education on the side anyway. So obviously I was doing my Australian school, but you have to do like a TAFE course.
Yeah.
But it's like it's basically chosen for you. It's like somewhere along the lines of like a sports, like I don't know, like not like psychology, not psychology, like different areas, like maybe a little bit of psychology, a little bit S&C, a little bit like you just kind of like sports in general and how that works on the body and blah blah blah. It's just one of those general sort of things that everyone has to do, and it's just like, it's picture being in a class with like your best mates trying to do this lesson that you don't want to do, and it just and you've got this teacher trying to tell you stuff, and it just and it's relatively easy enough. So that's basically all you have to do, and then you're just full time playing football every day.
So, as I said at the start of the interview, I mean, you're getting ready for a Socceroos campaign, but footy and soccer, it's been a huge journey for you. And we talk about the Fulham Academy, and you said that's best time of your life, but that sort of kicks off just from what I can see, just a journey, mate. Like it seems brutal, like from team to team and loans. And can you run us through a bit of like that process from like 2015 onwards, by the looks of it? You're playing in different sides and different leagues, and what that's like.
Yeah, it is crazy. Looking back and stuff, it's just kind of like you're just in the system, and you just like, everyone will have different paths. Some guys will take off really early and end up getting first team games really early. Some guys go on loan. Some guys need it for their development. Some guys don't kick off till late. It's like, it really is just like proper whirlwind. You could end up anywhere. Just like, I reckon location and sort of like logistics and stuff take a complete backseat. Like you just go in wherever is the best move for your career. It could be Antarctica, and you're going because it's the best move for your career. You're gone, just wherever, and it's like a day. Things happen so quickly. You might hear about things or like build up, but as soon as like between it not being done at all and right, you're going, is like 24 hours gone.
Yes.
And you just pack up and off you go. It's quite crazy, really.
I'll give the listeners and our viewers a bit of a rundown. I'll do my best, right? So you're with Fulham, and that was through the academy, and then you made a debut for Fulham when they were playing in the Championship 2014, 2015. Yeah. But then from there, you play with Ross County online in the Scottish Premiership. You play with Cheltenham Town in the National League in 2016. You play with Oldham Athletic League One in 2016-17. You went to Bury in League One. You went to Scunthorpe United in League One. You're at Salford City in League Two. You're at Accrington Stanley in League One. And then you found your way to Ipswich Town. And a lot of those years, it looks like you're not getting regular opportunities, like you're fighting for position and fighting for your spot. Would that be fair to say?
It's like trying to go through it now. So like most of them are loans, to be fair. So Fulham, up until I was 21. So my next permanent club was Scunthorpe. So everything in between is like a loan. So you kind of like, I think I went to Ross County. I don't think I played. That was a bit crazy, really. I kind of jumped at it. I got sort of Christmas time off. I was back in Australia. So when these guys are playing full time round around, I was having 2 weeks on the beach basically. And I came straight back in and went up there, and I got injured after I think it was like 2 days. And then missed like a whole bunch of time, and then they went on this crazy run and winning run, and basically never played. That was like, okay, done, season done. That was like half a season. Then I went had a few like things with the young Socceroos and stuff after that for the next season, and I think I got injured again with my knee. And then in the January, so the last half of that season, I went to Cheltenham. I played every game from then, and we got promoted. That was a good team, to be fair. But that was National League. That's like from obviously we're in the Premier League now with Ipswich. That's like fifth tier.
People that would have watched Welcome to Wrexham, right? That they're in the National League.
Yeah, the league. Yeah, the one they got. Yeah, that's it. That one. So we won that like Wrexham did. We done the same as that. And then the next year I played for two teams. That was Oldham and Bury. They were both in the same season.
Yes.
Two different loans, they were good. I played a lot of games there. And then I went to Scunthorpe, who was a team at the time where they were literally on the like brink of getting to the championship. They'd been in the playoffs a couple of times. We got the playoffs when I was there. And you kind of like, it was a competitive squad, like you say. So I didn't play as many minutes as I maybe would have liked to.
Yeah.
There were some good players then. Good team, and then all of a sudden everyone left, and I was stuck there, and we got relegated. And it was just, and that team now, Scunthorpe, they're like seventh tier or something. They just went straight down.
Wow.
Yeah, went a bit messed up, to be fair for them. And then Salford for a year, which is a team like Wrexham with these sort of obviously owners that have high profile and put like a lot of money into the club and stuff like that. So that was a fun experience. And then Accrington is a crazy little club, great fun. Like you say, like, so you guys in the AFL, like all the facilities you guys have in terms of gym equipment, like everything you guys need like to perform and stuff like that. Accrington has none of that, or at the time had none of that. It was just built on vibes. It was the best.
Yes.
It was great fun. Like you turn up for training, like maybe 10 o'clock. We'd start at like 10:30, and you'd be home by like 12:30. It was like, but the coaches were they didn't have the facilities to offer it, but they were perfect for that club. You know, they were just like, you had fun every day. You loved them. You loved playing for them. Like, it was a good group. Everyone was friends. It was just like good vibes basically all the time, and we done quite well. They've always punched above their weights, so that was a good year.
Yes.
And then on to Ipswich, and it's been crazy from there.
Yeah, so let's spend a bit of time on Ipswich, right? So you've been involved with them the last couple of years, 2 promotions in a row, right? Like you've second in the league to get up to the championship, and then second in the league to get up to the EPL. I mean, that must be incredible to be a part of a team like that.
It is. It's just like proper special team. I reckon it's the first time it's like a real good work ethic. Like everybody mucks in. There's no shirking any responsibility. It's real hard work, and which is, for football, is quite unusual. And so there's always someone unhappy and maybe downs tools, or like not happy they're not playing, or something. There's always like a little bit of that in every team. Football's that's just the way it is, I suppose. Whereas this team is like, right, we're focused, laser focused, trains hard every day. Like training's really hard where we are. The demands are massive. Not as many days off, that sort of stuff. But it's the perfect group. So on one hand, you're like, what we've done is pretty crazy, especially to get the sort of points tallies that we did. But on the other hand, it's like you're almost half had it in the back of your mind we could do something special as well. So it's been crazy.
So for those who don't know, so Ipswich Town, like I said, second in League One, and then up to the Championship, and then second in the Championship, which gains you promotion to the Premier League, which is what every team's there for, right? In English football, that is what you exist for.
Yeah, that's the holy grail, yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, what's it like for, like, I'm assuming Ipswich Town, given they weren't even in the Championship when you joined them, it must be amazing with the fan base as well. Like that must be crazy to go on that journey with them.
Yeah, I mean, like so back in the day, Ipswich was like a top team.
Yeah.
They've had some top managers, some top players. Like the history is really good for the club. It's a big club, but then in probably recent years, it's just been. I reckon the fans would probably say it's been like stale, or they've just not been happy. Like obviously, there's a lot of the older generation that remember the good times, and then there's the younger generation that haven't seen any success at all. I think the last time they were in the Premier League was like 2002, and it's just been sort of like, I think a bit stale since then, really. And like our stadium, like for a football stadium, is obviously it's a lot different AFL, but like holds about 30,000, and they were down at as low as like 12,000 and stuff at games at one stage, and then all of a sudden the last season, you like. People find it hard to get a ticket. It's people are struggling to get into the stadium to watch a game. So the town is absolutely bouncing. The club is it's going in the right direction, that's for sure.
So I don't know, I'm not an Ipswich Town man, but I read that you've become a fan favourite over the last couple of years. Is that because you're what is that? Dower defender? We're very, very big on looking after the backman on this podcast, so I can only imagine the sort of actions.
We don't get enough. We don't get enough praise. The guys at the back.
Well, listen to this, Cam. Listen to this, right? Right. So it works the same in football as at AFL. Forwards sell memberships, right? Everyone goes to the game to see the goals get scored. Can't take it off them. No worries.
Yeah.
Mids sign sponsorships. Big money goes to the mids, maybe to the strikers a little bit, right? But mids sign sponsorships. Backs win premierships or championships.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I mean, like, I don't know. I just do my job, eh? I just love playing. We have a real regiment is probably like detail heavy coaches, and we have principles that are like black and white, and we just stick to it. And I that's my environment. Just do this job. This is your job. We learn, we improve, and we just keep going. And I just love playing games, just stringing games. Like we play a lot of games in a year.
Yeah.
Stringing games together and winning games and doing what we've done the last 2 years. You're just kind of like in the flow of it, really. You don't really like get a chance to think about it. Even now, like we're in like the Premier League, like the club's done something special and it's not really like sunk in yet. You just want to get playing. It's weird. But yeah, I guess any praise you get's pretty cool. Like when you get a little bit of recognition, it's obviously a good feeling. But yeah, you're just kind of doing your job, really.
Have you always been a back?
Yeah. My dad was as well. So, and obviously being taller as well, that's kind of usually how it works. That when you're growing up, okay, you're tall, you're going to be at the back, and you're quick, you're going to be on the wing. That's kind of like, it's that stereotypical sort of thing. And then you end up just stick there.
Well, my young fella, I've got a 6-year-old, and he's that much taller than the other kids. And the coach, I don't understand it. I just stand on the sideline and watch. And they put him at centre back. I'm like, you were born for this, my man. He loves it.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So we're going to get along just fine by the sounds of things. It's in your bloodline. So that's bloody unreal. Yeah. So with this promotion to the Premier League with Ipswich Town, did you guys have to play a playoff game to promote? No.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
No, they are playoffs. They say like going up through the playoffs is like the best way to do it, like emotions and all that sort of stuff. But you don't want to do the playoffs. It's literally like anything can happen.
Yes.
You could be, there's no like, obviously like you used to in Australia, like even the A-League, there's playoffs, like it's just this standard, like you're trying to finish up higher in the league so that you get like advantages and stuff like that. Whereas for us, the top two go up and you can just chill. So like we finished on, I think it was like the 4th or something of May. And then those guys who went up through the playoffs finished, I think it was like the 27th.
Wow.
So they've got to play home and away tie, and then a final at Wembley. Wembley's obviously like the holy grail of football sort of thing.
Yes.
Down in London. So like it's cool to do it through that way, but you're getting an extra 3 weeks holidays doing it by going up automatic, and you don't have the stress of worrying about it and stuff like that. So definitely for me, going up automatics is the way to do it.
So you've gained promotion though. I can assume you would have celebrated with the boys. What's the last few weeks been like?
Yeah, it's been good, to be fair. The town was crazy, honestly. I didn't know there was that many people in Ipswich, to be honest. It was like you could not see ground for bodies everywhere. Like, because Ipswich isn't a big town.
Yeah.
It's not like I wouldn't even know what to describe it to. But like there was something like 55, 60,000 people or something out in this town.
Wow.
It's like literally a town.
Wow.
And that was crazy. It was like fans were just going mental for like days on end, basically. And then we had the chance to go to Vegas with the team, which was cool. We did that last year, so I would say it's become a little bit of a tradition. So, yes. It's just kind of the done thing to do. Like like a lot of teams, when you get promoted to a certain level, it's just every team just looks to go to Vegas for some reason. It's just like just a good hit out with the boys, enjoy the sunshine, and just sort of let loose for a couple of days and just enjoy the celebrations with the boys, really.
Brilliant. I banned myself from Vegas after my 6th trip. I will never be back. I've done it too many times.
I've got a few more to catch up. I'm on 4, so
I'll see you after 6. You'll ban yourself too.
It's tough going. Like I was saying that, like people don't realize, like to get to all the events and stuff like that. Like yes. I'm like I can't miss anything. I have to like, even if I'm struggling on like low sleep or whatever, I'll deal with it when I get there, sort of thing. So yeah, it's tough going for people that haven't been, obviously, but it's definitely worth it. It's good fun.
People are listening along. Oh, geez, must be hard going to Vegas, promoted to the Premier League.
I know, yeah. They don't realize how hard it is, but it's because they pump oxygen in every sort of building you're in. So you just all of a sudden when you get back to your room, you just crash and you're just like struggling to get awake again. But no, it's good. It's good fun. It's good fun.
So let's talk about the Socceroos. What's it been like on camp and your experience, with the team? I had a bit of a read. You debuted against Mexico. Is that right? Socceroos?
Yeah.
How did that go? How did the debut? How was it like playing for Australia for the first time?
It was it was a good experience. It was my first camp, so I probably didn't really expect to play. I was doing well for Ipswich at the time, so but I guess when you get caught up for your nation the first time, you probably don't expect to play. Maybe the first 1 or 2 times. Some boys in there have waited a long time to play before me. So yeah, it was a huge honour to be sort of picked in your first camp, and we only had 1 game as well. So it was a cool experience, and we played in the Cowboy Stadium. So
wow.
It was on AstroTurf, which isn't great, but the stadium is impressive. So it was cool experience. A lot of fans there, barely any Australians, but it was full of Mexicans. There was a DJ playing in the middle of the game for some weird reason. But I guess that's America for you, isn't it? They definitely love to entertain. So it was good fun.
And what about camp now, mate? So you're in Thailand ahead of the game in a few days' time. And then you'll be back here. Yes.
A very quick interruption. Just 5 minutes, mate. Sorry.
All good. All good.
Apologies.
All right. No good. No worries. So I'll come back on that. So what about camp right now ahead of a game in a couple of days' time, and then you'll be here in Perth. Looking forward to getting you back home, mate.
Yeah, buzzing. I didn't get a chance to come back last year. I do generally come back every year in the off season. I didn't get a chance last year to get a minor surgery. But yeah, buzzing to get back and buzzing to play in Perth as well. I've never had the chance to do that, apart from obviously junior stuff. But it'll be hopefully get the chance to be picked in that game, and it will be a cool experience to play in front of friends and family.
Yeah, you got a few friends and family coming down?
Yeah, certainly do. Some of the boys coming down. My family's going across for it, and mum and dad obviously live in Perth as well, so they'll be there. So yeah, it'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to that one.
And so then what does that look like? You're playing Palestine here. I think you've got through in that stage already. And then when do you start looking ahead on the international schedule? Like, I know we've just spoken about the promotion to the Premier League, but you guys have got to fit in the international stuff as well. Like, how do you fit all of that in? Where's your mindset with that?
It's I know it's good fun coming into camp. I love coming into camp. It's a great environment. The culture's really good. It's good fun, and you look forward to the games. So every time you get a chance to get called up, it's a huge honour as well. So you jump at the chance, that's for sure. But we have these 2 games, and then they'll start doing the draw for the next stage, and the next stage, if we can do well in that over the next year from now, really, that's qualification for the World Cup. So that's the aim. So when the draw comes out, we'll see what teams we face, home and away, and in a sort of group stage. And if that all goes to plan, then you're preparing for a World Cup, which is another incredible thing to hopefully be able to say you've taken part in.
I'll just insert myself into this interview. Me and 3 mates, all fathers, absolutely in the trenches with our children. We put together a bit of a group, and our end goal is to get to Canada, Mexico, USA World Cup in 2026. So if you could take care of your side of the bargain, I'll get myself there. If you boys could get there too, is that all right?
Cool. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Yeah, we need to get you involved somehow. That'd be cool.
On the sideline, I'm happy to sit on the bench with Graham Arnold, or mate, I'll cheer on from the nets or something. I could probably be in net. I'll put some gloves on me.
Get you a kick on the pitch at some point. No, that'd be sweet. But that's definitely the aim. There's no getting away from that. That's where we want. We've obviously, the nation's been at the last good few now, and obviously last World Cup is the best we've ever done. It was a really sort of well achieved sort of goal in the tournament to do as best that the sort of country's ever done, really. So yeah, we've got to try and get there first and foremost, and then it's a challenge to go and try and beat a record, really.
Great, mate. Now, I think you've got to get to a meeting. I don't want to piss off Graham Arnold. We certainly want to stay on his good side. So if we can finish off right now, mate, we really appreciate you joining us here on BackChat. We'll be down your end. We will be at HBF v Palestine. First time the Socceroos have come in since 2016 to Perth. So we'll be there with absolute bells on, mate. Looking forward to catching up. And thanks for your time today, mate.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ramazan.
Good man. Okay, guys, as you can see with that one, we got kicked out the door. Graham Arnold obviously have some formations to set, but it sounds like Cam's going to be playing, so excited for that. A big thanks to all of our sponsors. That is Paywise, powering the podcast this year. Thank you very much. TABtouch, ID Athletic, Whippersnapper Whiskey, Mamba Digital, Shelter Brewing Co, Leaderville Precinct, as well as Camera Electronic, bringing us all of our gear that we use here behind the scenes. Make sure you're signed up as a VIP to receive ad-free episodes and discounts across our sponsors, as well as our own merch, backchatstudios.com.au to find all of that stuff there. I know you would have enjoyed that episode. Hope you did. Make sure you remember, if you wanted free tickets to the Socceroos game, first time in Perth since 2016, jump on to backchatstudios.com.au, enter your details on the form, and we'll be giving those away the Monday before the game. So the game's on Tuesday the 11th. Giveaway will be the day before that. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more great episodes. Got some Olympic stuff on the way for you guys, all here at BackChat Studios. Bye.